What's up, folks? Back again. Yeah. I'm all over the place, y'all excuse me. Alrighty. What are we doing this evening? We are we're gonna take some signs. And again, I'm using Foxy Hues. Starts with this white ash engine. Yeah. One, two. All right then. Don't cooperate. What is that? 1, 2, 3. How's everybody's Father's Day going? Mine went pretty well. Got to hang out with some of my children yesterday. All of them reached out to me. None of them live close. All of them live out of town. So, good thing is, I probably shouldn't say this. Good thing is, I won't be bothered all day. So that's a good thing. Yeah. But yeah. So, been kind of working on a couple of things. I got one of my large autograph and plate mats I'm trying to get done for a customer. So I worked on that today. I didn't get to do a whole lot last week. Just because the 9 to 5, we had an outage, so didn't have a whole lot of time to focus on this. But we got through it, nobody got hurt. And now, yesterday, I was out there on Lake Gaston with the folks. Folks do an annual Juneteenth festival, celebrating freedom. So I was out there on the boat, with the folks, having a grand old time, y'all. We had a blast. Yup. So, yeah, this has been an excellent weekend. Couldn't ask for better weather. Well, today's a little warm. Today just a little bit warm. But I mean, you really couldn't ask for better weather. So, we'll be out there on Lake Gaston, So there's that. Yeah. We had a blast. Like I said, I did get a few projects done. I got my challenge for laser map maker from the live. I was able to catch the live last week. I timed my break so I could catch it. So, yep. And I got I got to get that done. Well, I got it cut and colored. I got to get it assembled. I'll do that tomorrow probably when I get off work. Yep. So there's that. Yep. So I'm doing 3 different signs here. I'm doing 2. Here comes the sun signs. And I'm doing 1 squeeze of the day. Initially, I cut these. I was going to sell these as a DIY kit. And I got a couple 4 DIY kits. Then I said, hey, why not just make one so folks can see what it looks like. So, and that's what I'm doing. Y'all excuse me smoking. Okay. Let's see. So I got 1, 2, 3. Yep. Alright, so what I just did, laid down a white. Some of those some of that white. I'm gonna go back over it again, but some of that's gonna be a base coat for that yellow. Got this from Garrett, you know, yellow pops. You put white under it. So, yeah. Set this out the way. A couple of pieces are going to be white. I think, what color am I going to do next? Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Let's do this. So I got this one here. This is a new color. First time I'm using this color. And this is Moonlight Mischief. Yeah. Right or wrong, I'm going to do these backers in this color. And those letters over there. So, yep. Y'all excuse me for a minute. Get rid of this cigarette. Somebody once told me them things are keys. Yeah. So, see if anybody's on. What's up? What's up, Bob Jones? How you doing? Alright, so this is Foxy Hues again, Midnight Mischief. Really, it's like a dark blue. Kind of like this color. Yeah, I like that. I like that shade of blue. Alright. Let me get some up here on this roller. And yes, I roll my stuff. I'm lazy. I don't like to paint. But this makes it easy. So, I'm not trying to make art here. So, yeah. And for those who's not familiar with the Foxy Hues paint, it is a weatherproof, outdoor weather-resistant acrylic paint. So, yeah. It's UV resistant, weather resistant, all the good stuff. And I like it. Of course, you know, some of the signs we do, or I do, go outdoors, and you know, door hangers and such. And so, and these darker colors like this, man, the sun has a field day with them. Yeah, so anything to keep them from fading is always a plus. I use other types of paint as well. This ain't the only type of paint I use. But for this kind of stuff, yeah, I love this stuff. It's not super thick, you know what I mean? It doesn't go on ultra heavy, you know, so, yeah. Alright. And I'm not trying to glob this up here. Again, I'm probably going to come back for a second pass. So, just want to get some color on it. Another good thing about this stuff, it dries super fast. So, by the time I get through getting my first coat on everything, it'll be time to come right back through with a second coat. So that's a plus. Okay. I'm going to do these letters here in the same color. Yep. Get some contrast on this sign. Alrighty. So, we'll set this up there out of the way. Set this over here. Here. On. Set that there out of the way. Sop up what's left over, get it in the roller, get the roller good and wet. And what do I do with those? Oh. Give me a bag, put this in so it don't dry out on me. yeah, so I've been working, like I said, I've been working on that my large photographic plate today. I got that cut, colored. Been working on. I've done a couple of ornaments from a laser mat maker challenge. Did that. Got that done. I did a few DIY signs for my next market. Yep. So I got a couple of, anybody who knows me knows I'm a Christian. So I have a few Christian signs, DIY. No, I don't want to do that yet. Tell you what, let's do this right here. We're going to do these right here, these letters. We're going to do that in this Ocean Hideout. Foxy Hues, Ocean Hideout. Shake it up real good, mix it up real good, make sure everything's happy. Yep. So, and this color's like a teal color. I've used this before. I like this color a lot. Folks, if you haven't figured it out, I like blue. Blue is my favorite color. So, I use a lot of blue. Y'all see my maps, my waterlands. Yeah. I like all shades of blue. So, alrighty. That's gonna pop up. Alrighty. Probably don't need all this. I'm sure I don't need all this. It's gonna waste the paint now. What's wrong with you, Wayne? Alrighty. But let's go ahead and get us some of this up here. Y'all see I got this paper down to protect my workbench. Yep. Got my, built this, I don't know, a couple of years ago. It's a bench, has my table saw in it. Eventually I'm going to put my router in it. Set it up for a router table, I just haven't got to it yet. But yeah, so, oh yeah, I put way too much on that plate. It'd be okay. Yeah. As soon as I get through this layer here, make sure ain't nobody saying nothing. You know, I'm supposed to be watching the comments. Y'all, listen, I'm new to this live stuff and this content stuff, so y'all got to bear with me. I'm learning, though. I'm learning. Got some really good friends helping. So, I'm learning a lot from some of the other makers in the community. Good thing about making community, everybody helps everybody. At least in the circles that I'm running anyway. I'm sure, you know, people are people, so I'm sure you're going to have something that's going to be like that. Y'all know what like that means. But the circles I run in, people I deal with, man, they're ultra helpful. So, yeah. There is enough room in this industry for all of us. I have my special niche. Most people have their own niche. You know, most all of us do signs or whatnot. Oh, what we got going on here? What's up, Michael Gleason? Hey, Sugar, I see you watching. Yeah, it is a pretty color, Mike. It is. It is. All right, let's see what we got here. So we got these waterlands, and again, just to add contrast, we're going to use this Foxy tail tie. It's a light blue color. Uh-oh. Wrong color. Let me see what else I got. Same color I want. Hold on. Hold on. Now, let's see. Uh-oh. Here it is. I'm sorry. We're going to use this color. Oh, Lord. Y'all didn't see that. This color is actually Kite Flight. Real similar. Real similar color. So I'm running low on my rollers. So I got a roller for this color. Need to get some. But I don't know if you'll be able to see the difference on the camera. But you see, this one has more of a tealish blue color to it. This one's more light or blue. So this one has a slight touch of green, I think, mixed in with it. I'm not sure what they mix in here. But I have a roller for this, so that's why we're going to use this. But I like that other color. Again, I like both of them. I've used this one a lot. This one's about going to eat this more. It's not that. Yeah, I'm going to have to reach out to my folks. Go Kim and Garrett and get some more of this color. I like it. It's funny. I've done a couple of lives thus far, and it's usually with somebody who doesn't like to paint them. So every time y'all see me, I'm up there painting. What's really happening right now? Alright, so, and I'll probably put too much on this plate, so it'll be alright. It will be alright. Yes. So I'm just out here, like I said, I'm trying to, these are more, of course, I mean, they're for sale. I'm not going to tell you they're not, or they will be once they're complete, but these are more for demos. I am going to start, I'm in a couple of shops in North Carolina and Virginia. So one of them is going to go to one of the shops that I'm in. The other one will go with me to market so I can display it with my DIY kits. Because I've cut some of these DIY. So, yep. And if somebody wants to buy it, you're always welcome to buy it. I don't turn down no pennies. Not at all. I'm sure you all understand what I'm talking about. Times are hard out here these days. Alright. So I got that color. And I'll take this plate, set it off to the side somewhere. I need to clean up in here. Starting to run out of room. What we got going on? Oh, Sugar, you the only one feel that way, but I appreciate it. Let's see. So I got some orange over here I gotta do. I already did this color. And I actually think I probably got enough on the roller. Honestly, do a second coat there, so there's that. I got this green here for some of the greenery, the foliage that goes with these signs. So, this bag's getting about. I thought my roller was getting a little crusty there, but it's not. Bag is though. I think I'm gonna change this bag out. I've used this roller on, matter of fact, quite a few projects now. So, and there is enough on the roller to do this. So that's what we're going to do here. A little bit of foliage. And for those who's wondering, this color is Mo's Metal. Foxy Hues again, paint. Yeah. This is one of the greens that one of my go-tos. I have some other shades, but I don't know. I like this shade, so there's that. I use it quite a bit. You know how you get that thing that you like, and it's like, yeah. Alrighty, so got all of this. I'm gonna move this here out the way. And look at that, y'all, my last roller. Oh, what am I gonna do? So I got a new roller for this orange over here. I haven't used this color yet, had it forever. Just haven't had the need to use it or nothing. But we're gonna use it today. All right. And this color here is Sunset Sienna. Fitting for Here Comes the Sunshine. What do you think? Fitting color. Again, you know, they have these, I think it's 32 shades in it, no, probably more than that. So they have some special shades they got, that they special release shades that they come out with, or colors. So, yep. But I think their regular year-round assortment is 32 colors, I think. Now, I don't know, maybe I should have put a base coat of white down. Maybe I should have. It is what it is at this point. Because I'm painting, y'all. I'm painting. It'll be alright. Yep. Whatever, you know, whenever you're starting up a new roller, at least from what I've seen, usually it takes quite a bit of paint to get the roller good and wet. So, but once you got it wet, then, you know, the paint actually goes pretty far. I put a little trick I learned from Tim Garrett. You know, I do put my rollers in these plastic bags, keep them airtight so I can reuse them. So yeah, keep the air off, keep them from drying out, getting all ugly and crusty. So, get a little bit more up here. Yep. So, and this is the backup for that sign. I probably don't need to finish the whole thing, but I am, just because there are, on that layer you see there's some spots you can see through, and I'm not trying, I did not score this one, so I'm not going to sit here and try to figure out what's what. I'm just going to paint it. Typically, I would score, for those of us who have lasers, you understand what I'm saying, I would score the top layer onto this one so I know exactly what I need to paint. And it just keeps me from wasting paint, you know what I mean? Like everything else, you know, these paints are not expensive per se, but, you know, everything costs more now. I mean, we're all in the same economy. I ain't got to explain what I'm talking to or what I'm talking about. Everybody, I'm sure everybody knows how expensive it is to survive these days here in the U.S. So if you can save some money here or there, you need to do it. Alrighty. So all of my first coats are ready. What's up, Tasha? Missed you yesterday, cuzzo. I got you. Matter of fact, I think I'm gonna cut it this week. When you coming? Things went well this weekend. We had a good time this weekend. Yeah. So, yeah, I didn't go to any markets or nothing. Just because, like I said, the folks were doing that Juneteenth thing this weekend. I've been working. This week has been crazy at the 9 to 5, so I needed a break. I was getting exhausted. I really needed a break, so I took one. Right or wrong, good or bad. And for those of you who's not from our area, we had, in our area, we had the Endless 301 yard sale this weekend, which is usually a really good event. People come out, you're coming out for a reason, you're coming out to spend some day. Y'all know something? I don't have a roll-up for this yellow. Look at that. I'm going to figure this out. Yeah, I'm going to figure this out, but I don't think I have a roller for that. Let me see if I got some somewhere. I have some, I just forgot where I put them. Oh no, I didn't. Hit it go right here. Look at there. Look at that. Whole box of them. white. So now, again, this squeeze of the day sign that I'm doing, it could be lemonade, limeade, orange juice, you know, whatever you want it to be. I'm personally doing a lemonade. You know, I may sometime during the week, it depends on how my schedule looks and what I got going on, I may go ahead and cut a few more and do one of limeade and do one orange juice. We'll see. Yeah, all of those are fitting for summer. Of course, orange juice. We drink orange juice year round. Everybody does. If you like orange juice. I like it, but it doesn't like me. So, you know, I don't drink it much. Unfortunately, my wife loves it. She drinks it. But, yeah, health reasons, I try to avoid it. I ain't saying I don't. I drink from time to time, but I need to leave this up. Health reasons, you know, I don't need to be just sitting here drinking it. Y'all understand. So, and this color here, y'all see how bright this yellow is? Really, really, really bright. I didn't tell you what it is. This is seat side of cellar is yellow, name of the color. And again, it's the Foxy Hues. Yeah. So, but see how it has that really bright orange, yellow tone to it. We put that white down, so it's really gonna make it pop. It's gonna make it brighter. If I hadn't done that, it would be like, it'd still be a bright yellow, but it'll be a little bit duller than what it is now. Cool trick we Gary showed us a while back. Take the same color and get two different shades. If you want something just like a hint of variety to it, you can take the same color, put a white backup on some of it, then leave the others, and then put the other stuff straight on, and it gives it kind of a cool effect, you know, where it's like a, I don't know, a little bit off, you know what I mean? So, especially if you're going to do something where you're trying to do like a shadow effect or something to that nature. So that's cool. You know what I mean? You put the one raw wood on the bottom, you know what I mean? It's going to be just a slightly darker tone. Then you'll put white on the piece above it. And it'll create, like I said, like a little shadow effect. It'll give it some dimension. Yeah, so that's pretty cool. And again, I'm not making art yet, so you know, not a painter. I don't like to paint, even though I'm always painting. But yeah. Alrighty. And I think I'm gonna come back on this with one more coat. I think we'll see. Give me a second to dry. Oh. Hit these real quick with this white. Let me grab a bag for that. Let me see if anybody said anything. What's up, Daryl? Yeah, so yep. So yeah, we're doing signs today. We did maps earlier. I did a live, I don't know, somewhere around 6, I guess. I was getting a lot of questions about what type of dye I used. And so I did a live where I was doing some ornaments and stuff and showed the dye and stuff that I use. So, you know. Yep. Alright, so we got the white here. I got the white. I got the white roller here. I probably don't need to put any more paint on it. That was kind of heavy. Like she's loaded pretty good. So let's see what we got here. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, I don't need more paint. That looks good. Like I said whisk well. No. All right, that's that for that. I think I'm gonna let that be what it is. I'm happy with it. Set that there to dry. I'm done with this white. I can put this up. Yep. Or excuse me, you use the proper term, this ash cleanser. Yep. I'm not getting. And just a disclaimer. I'm talking about this paint and all. I really like it. I'm not endorsed by it. You know what I mean? But I do love it. It's a good product. You know what I mean? So that's why I'm talking about it like I am. Again, you know, those of you who want to do paint, use whatever paint you like. You know what I mean? You know, I like it. It's a good product. I'm sure there's other products out there that may be just as good, you know what I mean? But this is what I like to use. So, you know, yeah. All right, I'm gonna do me a second coat on these. Don't necessarily really need it. This is more for when I go over and put it together, and I notice some spots that look a little light. So, and again, I don't need any more paint. This roll is saturated pretty good. Ugh. Oh, got some junk in that. Get out of that. So, yep. Yep. So, there's that. I put this one up. I feel like I'm done with this. So, alright, set these back off to the side. Yeah, set them here. Let's go ahead with this one. This one I probably want to use some more paint. Get my plate. Yep. So this is my process. Yeah. And like I said, I'm learning. So if y'all see something I could be doing better, by all means, let me know. Because, you know, I'm never too old to learn. I'm not the best at anything. You know what I mean? I always want to advance my craft. So if there's a way that I can do that, or if you all know the way I can do that, I definitely want to know. So by all means, drop it in the comments, DM me, however you feel like you want to get in touch with me. Yeah. You see something I could be doing better, please let me know. Alright. So, I got that. Alright. I think that might be okay. Shouldn't need another coat, I wouldn't think. I don't know, we'll see. Once it dries some. Yep. Got this. Y'all, this paint coat, I mean, this stuff cooks real well. I don't know if it's a paint primer. I don't know if it has a built-in primer. It might, I'm not sure. But it covers extremely well. So, as soon as I get through with this. Now, y'all see me, I put 2 coats on this, right? Hold on a second. Make sure everything's smoothed out. I'm going to bring this over there. When I say it coats really well, see what I mean? And y'all see me, this is 2 coats. So, after the first coat, see? So I put the second coat on. And I'm not putting this stuff on heavy. Yeah, I don't want stuff to look all floppy. That's not a word, but it's a word today. We're not creating art, we're creating English words. Yeah. Alright. Get this up. Close this roll up real good. And I don't think I'm gonna need another coat on this. I'll bring this over there. I just showed y'all what it looked like before I started. It's what we got. Again, really nice coverage. So, yeah. So when I'm talking about this, while I'm sitting here telling you how good this paint is, like I said, I'm not endorsing nothing, but it is a really good product. So, that's why I use it. What we got here? Good morning from the Philippines. This is Foxy Hues. Yeah, Foxy Hues paint. This is the brand that Kim and Garrett sells, as a matter of fact. Yeah. So, and this stuff is, I mean, this stuff works well, man. It really does. At least it does for me. How y'all doing over there in the Philippines? How's the recovery and all going? Yeah, if y'all not familiar, the Philippines have got hammered with earthquakes. A friend of mine is out there. Yeah, and they've been getting beat up pretty bad. So, you know, I don't know if you have a faith or your belief system or whatever, but if you are a Christian, please keep the folks in the Philippines in prayer. Like I said, they've been getting beat up pretty bad with earthquakes and whatnot. So, yeah. Yeah, man. Like I said, not asking nobody to send no money or nothing like that. You know, prayer is free, and if you're a Christian, you know what I mean, which I am. You know what I mean? You should have a relationship with your Lord and Savior. You should have conversations with Him pretty frequently. So you could just throw the residents out in the Philippines, you know, just throw them in there when you're having your conversations. All I'm asking. Alrighty. So again, I'm going with this teal. What is this color again? Ocean Hideout. Yep. I'm coming through with my second coat. Does not look like I'm going to need a third. Yep. So there we go. Got that one. Get through with this. Yeah, these signs. Like I said, I got some DIYs coming. I have some of my 3D maps that I got to get assembled. So that's what I'll be doing probably tomorrow evening when I get off work. You know, I can do it right. I can assemble them right in there with the laser, so I can keep an eye on it while I'm making probably some more maps. Yeah. Got a pretty decent event coming up pretty soon. Well, I got one on the 4th. I have one on the 2nd. I have another one late July art festival. So, yeah. What I do with the bag today? That bag's kind of nasty. But get me a new one. Yeah, that bag is nasty. Yep, so Man, hey man, that sucks, man. I'm sorry to hear that. That really sucks. Well, if there ain't nobody else praying for you, my wife and I, we got you in our prayers. Yeah. It's terrible. It really is terrible. Yeah. All right. What color have I not done the second coat on? That stuff is done the white. This one here. All right, so I'm coming back to this orange. Get a second coat with this orange. Or what is it? Sunset Sienna. Yep. Oh yeah. So y'all, I launched my website last week, excuse me. Yeah, so we're excited about that. We have been selling in Marketplace, and I'm not complaining. You know, I still have stuff listed in Marketplace. We've been selling on Etsy. I have not been breaking any records by no means with Etsy. And a lot of it's my fault, so I'm not going to blame the platform if I was not manning it as I should. You know what I mean? So there is that. But, yeah, of course, when you're selling, when you do sell on Marketplace, you do sell on Etsy, you know, there's fees associated with all that. So then you don't, the customers that purchase from you, they're not necessarily your customers. They are Etsy's customers. So, you know, if you wanted to do a sale later on or something, or, you know, you wanted to reach back out to them, a lot of times you don't get that contact info. Now that you ask for it, you know, privacy and all, I usually don't ask people for their information like that. You know, people may think I'm weird. But yeah, but with all that being said, you know, I've been doing a lot of research on it and all, you know, and again, this is in its embryo stages, so, you know what I mean, yes, we launched it, and I'm going to continue to update it. I have more product that I need to get listed on it. Right now, I do customs and all, but right now, seeing that it's a work in progress and I got a lot going on, the only thing I'm listing on my website is stuff that I actually have in inventory, and right now it's mainly my maps that I'm listing. You know, yeah, I may list some signs, you know, once I get my whole catalog updated with my maps. May list a few signs, I don't know, maybe. But yeah, man, we are excited about that. Definitely excited about that. So yeah, you have to check this out. You know, you get a couple of times, you get interested, you want to check it out. It is wmwoodworks.net. Go check us out, see some of the stuff we got listed. Like I said, I am going to update it this week sometime. Add a few more items. It's just I'm multitasking. My wife helps me out, but you know, I work a full-time job, so you know, I do it when I get the time. Alright, I think that might be it for that. So that's my green, again, bold metal. All I got to do is hit this yellow with a second coat, y'all, and I am done. These are painted. We'll get them assembled sometime this week. Or, you know, this week, maybe next weekend, I don't know. I'll give them a samples eventually. I think we got some weather coming in this week, so again, I got some signs, some maps and all I got to get assembled. I'm trying to wait till, rainy days, because I vent my lasers outside. I have a filtration system, but I don't use it very often. Filters and stuff are expensive. So, I've been outside most of the time. And of course, when it's weather and all out there, I can't have my exhaust hose hanging out the windows. I don't want rain in the little house. My house ain't nothing fancy, it's just a normal little house, but it's mine, and I'm cherishing it. I don't want the water damage and all that good stuff. It can wait, but I'm not, there's no big hurry to get this stuff done. Yep. And I'm sure a lot of laser owners, y'all agree, y'all know, y'all understand. Like I said, when we first got the lasers, when we very first got the first one, the plan was to bring it out here into the shop. My shop is kind of small, so there's not a lot of room in here. But, if I really wanted to, I'm sure I can make room. But then, my wife and I were talking, and it's probably not the best idea, because this is a functioning wood shop. Yes, it's dusty. I do woodworking out here, so this is a real functioning wood shop. And with a real functioning wood shop comes dust. And there is plenty of it in here. But, you have something that's burning wood, essentially. Focus beam of light is what a laser is. Burning wood, and then you have a whole bunch of fine combustible dust. Usually the two are not a good combination. That's a recipe for disaster. So that's why we opted to leave it in the house, just set up a craft room in the house. So, yep. All right, folks. The painting is painted. It is good. I'll sit here, leave stuff out here to cure overnight. I ain't in no hurry. Get it up tomorrow, maybe. But yeah, we got 3 signs. We got one squeeze of the day lemonade sign. We have 2 here comes the sun signs, and that's that. Hey baby, hey, thank you. I got your messages earlier. Hey, don't be talking to your mama like that. Hey man, I appreciate you, sir. I do, man. Like I said, it's a work in progress, but I do appreciate you, man. Yeah, we're pretty happy with it. So, yeah. All right, folks. Yeah, we're going to get off of this. I'm going to go back in the house. Let the stuff cure overnight. It's fun hanging out with you. Y'all have a blessed night. Listen, keep my folks over here in the Philippines, again, keep them in prayer. They need all the prayer they can get, so we definitely want to do that. And y'all have a blessed evening. If you like this, video or whatever that's live, man, like it, share it, all that good stuff. Y'all know the routine. All right, y'all have a good night.